So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is a replay from Marlow 1906. And he's driving the IS-6, the one of the original Tier 8 Russian premium heavy tanks. Gets preferential matchmaking, so we'll only see Tier 9. So it's got well, it's got a Tier 9 game. 3 Tier 9 tanks, 5 Tier 8s, and the rest Tier 7s. So done pretty well out of it. Marlow isn't the best player in the world. You can see his win rate statistically is 675. He only has a win rate of 48%. But boy, is he going to make this this Russian heavy tank work for him. We're here on, oh blimey, I wish he wouldn't shake his camera around. We're on proper off go. You can see it's a fairly balanced game. Lots of heavies, lots and lots of heavies, and one artillery. He's been spotted immediately. He obviously doesn't have, oh, he does have Sixth Sense. I was going to say he didn't have Sixth Sense, but clearly he does. He's trundling up to the middle. Now there's some suggestions that in the next sort of mini patch, which is coming out July time, that a number of Russian tanks might get buffed, and one of them may well be this. The R6 has kind of lost ground a bit, and with the new matchmaking, a bit like the KV5, it really struggles, I find. I think that this one's not so bad, because at least this has got a little bit of mobility to it. But the gun penetration is pretty weak, and that's fine when you're up against a whole load of... Oh, missed his first shot. He wasn't spotted. Wow, there can't be anybody poking over the other side. Now he's being hit. The camper boys at the back start pounding him. Takes one shot from T-44 and he bounces the Tiger one shot. Pulled back down because you can look at all the heavy tanks that are heading up towards the hill on his right, and he does not want to get caught by crossfire from those fellas, particularly when we know there's an Oni, a T-44 and a Tiger 1 sitting at the back. Nice shot into the... oh, that was weird. That looked like there was a perfectly aimed shot into the Bulldog, but obviously hadn't sent enough dissidents to the Gulag, and the 122mm shell disappeared into the... I don't know where it went to, really. Oh, it's just been hit by the Tier 9 auto-loading artillery. That's not what you want. Because that thing has a magazine, and it's been a fairly inauspicious start, right? Fairly inauspicious. He's doing the right things. Finally gets a hit into that Bulldog. God, that Bulldog must have terrible view crew. Very poor visibility crew, because he was poking over, didn't spot Marlow at all, and he only was spotted when he fired his gun. So he's taken a shot, and he's in a really awkward situation, and this is one of the frustrations when you're in this middle area, because you're getting shot from the left, from one side, and then if you turn your turret too far the other way, you get shot by all the campers down at the baseline. Oh, he hit something there. Don't know what he hit, but he hit something. It wasn't the Tiger 2 that he was aiming for. Bounced an Oni shell. Only firing HE. If he'd been firing the proper gun, the HE, that would have done some damage to Marlow. There's the Oni. Puts a nice shot into his side. 406 damage. Very nice roll. Looks like he's been left alone for the moment. Bounced off the side of the Oni. Can he get a shot on this Tiger? He's wobbling around all over the place. Yes, he does. Nice shot. 419 shots. Can he continue to work over that guy? He's disappeared. Take a speculative shot anyway. You never know your luck. So yeah, the rumour is that the IS-6 will be buffed at the next patch, a sort of micro patch, along with some other Russian mediums. Whether that's true or not, I guess time will tell. Well, maybe by the time this video goes up, we'll know. And I think there's a case to be had. The number of super premium tanks out there now means that a lot of the older style premiums that were sort of designed to be slightly weaker than a standard tank with, unlucky, Um, Originally, premiums were obviously designed to be slightly weaker than the sort of stock versions of their proper tanks on the main nice shot on the main tech tree, and so they modified them down. They made sure that they're not as good as they could be. And back of the turret, go on, yes, nice. Oh, did he hit him? Yeah. Oh, somebody else took him out just before he did. What a shame. Yeah. So as a result, now there's all these super premiums out there that they're having to sort of buff or remove the older ones. And you know, for myself, I find the I don't play the i6 very often, but the KV5 I've loved playing. I loved playing. I've barely played it since patch 918 because I just find matchmaking is so awful for it. And so I'll be pleased if they do improve that. Blind shot into where the Tiger 1 was. Did he hit him? I think he did. We'll see at the end. It's a very tight game. 8 plays 9. That was definitely into the Tiger. 449 hit. Wow. That's not making him happy. Bounces a shot from the Jagdpanther 2. T-44's getting distance on it. Oh, unlucky. Took a nasty hit there from the Jagdpanther 2. He's on 406 health. 462 health. Which is not ideal. Manages to take down the T-44. Angles himself just enough to bounce the return shell from the Jagdpanther 2. And he's done over 3,000 damage we know of. Bounces another Jagdpanther shell. Goes for the Oni, but the Oni was angled, so it'd be very, very unlikely to pen him from there. Could really do a bit of help from, I was going to say from his artillery, but I think his artillery are dead, so that's not going to work, is it? He's trying to get a shot between these buildings on that Tiger 1. Nice shot. Low roll. See, look at the roll variation. 400 and something or other, and that was 300. That was. It does show there's a huge variation. There's a rock in the middle there. Oh, hang on. He's locked on the RU 251, but don't manage to get the shell away. Now he's got him. Nice shell in his Jaxie. Brilliant. Notice he's run out of shells, run out of regular shells. He's had to move on to premium. He's only got 3 of them left. Can he get a shell? Well, he missed it. Wasted that shot on the Jagdpanther. Takes a HE shell, is that? Yeah, it's an HE shell. Fires a blind shot. He's down to his last APCR shell. Gets hit by the backchat artillery. And he's in a little bit of trouble here. Could do with a bit of help. 1 APCR and 3 HE shells left. That is it. He's got 3 kills, 4,200 damage, and I'm pretty sure he's got quite a bit of blind shooting. Oh, and then he bounces off the side of the Oni's turret. Oh my word. So he's down to his last 3 shells, all of which HE. He knows where that Jagdpanther is, but the Jagdpanther knows where he is. Fires another blind shot. He's used a lot of blind shots. If you're watching, Marlow, that would be my recommendation. Don't use quite so many blind shots. The i6 doesn't carry a huge amount of ammo, and if you're using up so many shells firing at range and blind, you're going to be very fortunate. But he takes down the Jagdpanther 2. He's now got 1 shell left. There's 1 tank left. It's the backchat artillery, and he's asking, can he get the arty? Will his team let him? With his last shell. This medal does not come along very often. This is the medal you get for the last kill with your last shell. IS-2 doesn't look in the mood for giving him it. We know the backchat artillery's around here somewhere. There he is, up on the hill. Aiming in. Come on, get it, get it, get it. Aiming, aiming, aiming. Yes, he got it. Last shell, last kill. Excellent job. GG. So there you go. Fadin's medal. That was the medal I was trying to remember. This is it. It's one of the rarest you can get in the game. Taking down the last enemy tank with your last shell in your tank. It's I've only seen it a few times done. A couple of times manufactured where someone's found a AFK tank and sort of shot off all its remaining shells to do it with the last one, but that was a genuine last shot. And of course he aced it. He got Bruiser, Hand of God, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, Fadins, Confederate, Steel Wall, and High Caliber. Unsurprisingly, top of his team, 5,432. Good lot of blind shooting there. Took 4 kills, 1,392 base XP, 30 shots fired, hit with 20, penned with 16. Took 13 shots himself, 6 of which penned, 7 bounced, which is pretty good. He actually blocked 2,100. And the armour on the i6 is not renowned for being fantastic, especially in the new meta, but it just shows if you use it right and in that sort of hold down position he was for much of the game, you will bounce shells. 131,000 credits. Wow. Used premium because obviously he'd run out of everything else and still made a profit of 103,368. Monstrously good. And 2,297 experience with the premium count and running a premium tank. So what a good game. And there you go, guys. You don't have to be an awesome super unicorn stat twat. You can be just a good player who sort of learns his trade, like Marlowe here, who's obviously still learning the game. Doesn't statistically have a brilliant set of stats, but boy did he carry that game, and boy did he do well. And he picked up the prize of them all, the Fadin's medal, the one that is one of the hardest to get in the game. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, please. In the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. It is just a damn game, and I'll see you again soon. Gamerdom out.